Good afternoon and welcome to our 28th Global Real Estate Professional Connectivity Conference for real estate. We are meeting 28th time for the past 28 months. Amazing. I really appreciate and value your contribution and attendance. So we're going to ask each one of you to introduce yourself and tell us about your in the first round, we're going to ask each one of you to speak for 1 or 2 minutes. And after introduction, then we will, second round, I do the presentation on in the Canadian real estate profession and what's happening in the market. Then we're going to ask each one of you to give a market update in your area. So we're going to begin with Rory. Go ahead, please. Rory, introduce yourself and tell us what's happening in your part of the area.
All right, thank you, Tahir. So my name is Rory Dubin. I'm in the Jacksonville, Florida metro area, which actually includes all of Northeast Florida. Our market and our board cover from St. Augustine all the way up to the Georgia line. So up through Amelia Island, Fernandina Beach, and out to Orange Park, World Golf Village, Green Cove Springs. Those are all part of our market. We have beaches area, rivers. The St. John River goes through our entire area. Rural and farming, suburban and downtown city urban. So it's a very diverse area. We cover 6 counties in the northeast part of Florida. I'm president-elect of the Northeast Florida Association of Realtors. We have 12,000 realtors in our association. And a little later, I'll give you some market stats on that area. I do residential and commercial. I'm a member and past chair of our local Global Business Council. I sit on Florida Realtors Global Council. And I'm also a member of the NAR Global Business and Alliances Committee this year.
Fantastic. Rory, I have met Rory in our last meeting. Amazing personality, wealth of knowledge, and it's very good to see him to attend our events and give us a guidance and mentor all of us. And it's all about sharing knowledge and experience and networking and making referral to each other. Rory, thank you for sharing that information. Tony, your turn. This is the first time I believe you are in. And introduce yourself, where you work, what you do, what is your interest area, and then later on we'll talk about the market.
Right. I'm Tony de Nobrega. I've been in the industry for 48 years, namely in South Africa. You'll hear from my accent. In Madeira, I've had my little small real estate business, and I've recently joined EXP business model. And my area of specialization is really more second homes and retirement in Madeira. It's a very competitive small market. We're right in the middle of the Atlantic, and we've got we're surrounded by sea. It's 1 hour and 30 minutes from the Lisbon capital, and the language here is mainly Portuguese, but English is widely spoken. Basically, that's it. I specialize with international buyers, and I've been a CPIS for some time. I think over 10 years, because CPIS was not heard of in Madeira. I went to Spain originally. So I must have been the first CPIS in Portugal or Madeira. Now we've got the Association of Realtors here in Madeira, and there are the CPIS course is widely offered to whoever wants to do the CPIS.
Thank you very much, Tony, from Portugal. And welcome you to our community, global community. Now we're going to ask, so we're going to talk about the specific in your area. You will have a second round of talk, and then we talk about Portugal, whatever you want to talk about market. So Jessica, you have a 1 to 2 minutes to introduce yourself and tell us your expertise, area of interest, where your jurisdictions are, and what are your interests.
My name is Jessica Pola. I do residential real estate in San Francisco, helping people buy and sell their homes. I'm part of the Global Business Council here at my local association, as well as I'm trying to work with international buyers buying into the Bay Area right now, as well as I want to do more international business and helping people like do either like investments or moving to San Francisco Bay Area.
Fantastic. Jessica, as I mentioned to you, we have, I think when I do presentation today, I will show you the slides that you need to create the buyer information, and you get some guidance there. And if you want it, you can also join my global CIPS WhatsApp group, where we share the PDF copy of the presentation. So in case you need to create your own. The most important thing in our networking is to create a buyer checklist, educating a foreign buyer what is expected of them to acquire or dispose of a property in your jurisdiction. It will help them to prepare themselves and they have less questions. So we're going to ask Sarah, your turn.
You're on mute, Sarah.
You need to unmute.
Okay. Hi, everybody. My name is Sara Bussier, and I'm real estate broker, CIPS, and I'm working in North County, San Diego, California, serving coastal areas pretty much, working with residential. My company also work with commercial too. We do property management, commercial property management, and any leasings, anything related with commercial too. So I basically specialize in residential.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you very much, Sarah. This is your first time you attended, or you have attended before?
Yeah, I did before, yeah.
I think so. So the most important thing for you, I will say, all of you, to create a one-page profile of yourself and share on our network, because sometimes we want to know, we are human, we not forget everything about each other, unless you personally meet people. You know, I have met Rory and all other friends. So we are kind of close now. Small things that we're doing together, birthdays, celebration, graduation, or family happiness, we always share with each other. So it's very important to share what you are, what you're doing, and what is your area of expertise or your interests, so that we are able to focus on, and then we can record video. So we have a WhatsApp group, also Realty Coffee Talk WhatsApp group, and also on Facebook. Make sure you are joining it. Robin, okay. You're next. Robin, you have to unmute. Okay.
Okay, is that better? Yes.
Yes, beautiful.
Can you hear me now? Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm Robin Fall. I am with Fossart Realty in North Central Florida. We are a regional company. We do residential, commercial, and property management. I specialize in residential and commercial real estate. My goal is I love international and global, and I want to work with global buyers and sellers. This year, I am the chair of the Global Business Council. I'm enjoying that and learning a lot. Hoping to, Rory, I want to connect with you. I was over in Jacksonville recently. I took my group over there on what I'm calling road trips so that we can connect with people. So next time I'm in Jacksonville, I'd love to connect with you. Here in North Central Florida, we're basically the Gainesville area, Ocala, and then all the little surrounding cities. So we've got rural and we've got, I would say, large towns. We've got lakes, we've got springs and rivers. Our market is, we're still for the most part in a seller's market. In some price points, when you get up to around maybe 600, 700, 800 upwards of that, it's changing a little, it's balancing out more, but all the properties are staying on the market a little bit longer, unless they're in that sweet spot of 300, 400, then, and it's a well presented property, those are still going fast with multiple offers. I'm looking forward to getting to connect with everyone more. Thank you.
Thank you, Robin. I appreciate that. She's regularly attend our event. It's amazing to see you, and I hope that we will do more business this year. Okay, Lisa, your turn.
Yes, good afternoon, everyone. Lisa Rutty here. So I am a licensed realtor here in Ontario, as well as on the island of Jamaica. I am a CIPS agent, and from the Ontario platform, I focus on residential. I'm with Royal LePage Signature here. So we do focus on residential and commercial, but my area of expertise is in residential, both from a resale perspective as well as pre-construction developments as well. On the island of Jamaica, my brokerage there is Howard Johnson Realty. We focus on residential, commercial, as well as we have an arm for property management. So any investors that's looking to obtain a property, we can also manage that property for them. On the island, I do focus on vacant lands. I work with a lot of developers that are looking for land. Jamaica's real estate is booming right now, especially from different developments that are coming up, right from your regular tier development all the way to high-end luxury. So that's where I dabble in, as well as obviously pre-construction, because we're involved in those right from the ground up. I also do real estate tours. So I just came back in January. We brought 18 buyers on a real estate cruise. So we made 4 different stops on the islands of Bahamas, Jamaica, Mexico, and Grand Cayman. So we showed them different developments on each islands and got them excited about global real estate. So in a nutshell, that's me. So looking to connect with anyone that has buyers that are interested in those islands, the ones I mentioned licensed here in Ontario as well as in Jamaica, but I do have developments that I sell for on the island of Mexico as well as in the Dominican Republic.
Wonderful, Lisa. Good to connect. Are you located in Toronto?
I am.
Okay, I'm in Mississauga.
Oh, excellent. Our brokerage is there.
Yeah, fantastic. And also, for your information, I am also a licensed builder in Ontario, and I focus on building subdivision or luxury homes. And if you have any client that looking to build a house with 10-year warranty, you can connect with me. I can make you referral, and we have a program. So I own my own brokerage. So let me tell you a little bit about myself. I am a fellow of Royal Institute of Canada, I also CIPS. I have a boutique City Pro Realty brokerage that deals with residential, commercial. It's almost 50-50. I also own a mortgage brokerage company. I'm a licensed principal broker and owner of the project, and also a licensed builder working with Park Home Builders, and we can build custom homes and provide 7-year warranty. So I'm going to do a small presentation, brief one. If anyone who is new this time, Tony, maybe Jessica has not seen it, maybe Lisa is first time, you can ask question, then I can share with that. We're going to quickly flip it. Then I will ask Rory and each one of you to share any market update that you like to. So I'm going to share my screen. Oh, Leslie is back. Before we do the Leslie, can you introduce yourself, please?
Yes. Hi. Can you see me?
Yes. We
Can you
see.
hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good. Hi, my name is Leslie Woodshouse. I'm with Century 21 Redwood Realty in Northern Virginia. I specialize in residential primarily, and I also work with some international clients who are either buying via investments, cash, or residential. I don't do a lot of the commercial side because I do feel that I should specialize in just one aspect of real estate. And I headed up the international forum with my local real estate association, and we're looking on revamping that for the coming year.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Leslie. I appreciate you joining us. So I'm going to share a quickly market update for GTA, Toronto, and some very briefly about Canada and Ontario. And then we come back to all of you and we talk about specifically about the market in your area and how we can help and share each other. So I'm going to share my screen. Let's say share with sound, just in case there's anything there. So close this one and beginning slide. So as I mentioned before, this is our 28th Global Connectivity Conference. We're very proud of that. We're continuing learning and sharing from each other. Obviously, you know that the goal of Realty Coffee Talk is to create connectivity. We have done that tremendously. We also to increase awareness because we deal with consumer. So we need to build the consumer confidence in real estate and also promote good ethics and business practices. So the word is in your hand because you are a CIPS, and we have created our own network, and our goal is to cooperate with each other through our Global Real Estate Professional Network, and we can refer to each other because we don't have a jurisdiction. We have it where our license is specific to a particular jurisdiction, and we are professionally governed by highest professional standard and practice of CIPS designee. So this is the GTA geographic area that I am serving. In this area, this is Toronto Regional Real Estate Board website. I am a member of Mississauga Real Estate Board, and we have two MLS systems. One is TRREB and one is ITSO. So if I have to list a property for a client, it shows up twice on realtor.ca or .com because jurisdiction, because of membership. So I'm going to share quickly with you the data. This is the May data. June is very on the verge of coming. So if you can see that sale, detached home, average price is 1.556. This is between 416 and 905 area. 416 is it's very specific to Toronto, whereas 905 include Mississauga, Brampton, Milton, and other city. So semi-detached is, you can see, is 1.398, almost 1.4 in 416, and 1,083,000 in 905. So average price of a SAMI in this Toronto Regional Real Estate Board system is about $1.2 million. A townhome in 416 is 1,068,000, and 905 is in 986. So average between the two is $1 million. And a condo is about 784,914, whereas 905 is 677,874. So this is an average based on all transactions across Toronto Regional Real Estate Board system. So this is why it's very important for you to understand. Now, this is important thing is, look at the change. This is a sale, and this is a average price. So detached home, there was a 21.8% sale up, whereas average price was up 0.6% across all the detached homes. So it doesn't talk about any specific size, just detached home. Semi-detached, we have a negative in 416, but positive in 905. So overall, 5.4% year over year sale increase. So, but if you look at the average price, there was a minus in 416, 2%, and positive was 905. So at the end is a minus 0.5. Down home, we have a 22.5% overall increase sales in May. And you can see 2.5% average price increase across the system. Condo, you have a 39.3% increase. Affordability is a big issue. So lots of people are going toward condo unit because affordability is a big issue for buying SAMIs or detached home or townhome. So if you look at the average price change is still minus 3.0%. So that's showing for the market. So that's a summary year over year. In 23, we have a 9,012 transactions, 24.7% increase. So sale, new listing is minus 18.7 in May, and active listing is minus 23.1. So you can see 22 is 15,430, and now we have 11,868 in May. Average price, you can see that it has improved. I'm going to show you my next slide that give you an idea how it has progressed. So in 22 was 1.2 million, and now 2023 is almost 1.2. It's a minus 1.2%. It's taking longer to sell, but it has improved over the year. Now, this is what I want to show you. And you can see this 22 on the left side and average sale. And you can see from January was a 1,038,000. February was a 1,095,000, and March 1,108,000, and then April 1,153,000, and look at May 1,196,000. So you can see the improvement. So transactions were low, and now our transactions are in positive territory in May. And you can see the average price as compared to each month has improved. So very likely in June, we will have possibly an average price increase. But we have a interest rate hike. It was a 0.25%. Now is 5% our prime rate. So if the interest rate, if people have a variable mortgage, it will cost them more money to carry. So this is the same chart that I shared before you. 23 will be showing a negative as compared to 24. They're expecting to increase past 550,000 across Canada. So average price, I think sale activity forecast for Canada, 23, they're saying is minus 1.1, and 24 is going to be 13.9% sale increase. And we are in Ontario, so we are expected 2.3% sale increase this year and 19.4% in 24. So if anyone wants this statistic, I'd be more than happy to share in our WhatsApp group, and this will be recorded. Now look at the average price. So this is across Canada. We include all the system, and that is, it's also possible that you may not have the direct sale from the builder in this transaction, but whatever is financed through CMHC or reported through Canada MLS system, you are showing here. So they're showing Canada-wise minus. Average price forecast is a minus 4.8, and they're 24, they're talking about 4.7% increase. In Ontario, they're showing minus 9% as compared to 22 and 3.6% increase. I personally believe that we are just catching up with the 22, so it's going to be positive, but we have yet to see what happens. This is a chart that I have shared before with you. It talks about we have a prohibition on purchase of residential by the non-Canadian Act, but there are some changes that has been made. So this chart is available to you, I think was recorded before. It's effective 23 March. If a work permit holder now who's a non-Canadian can buy the house, condition is you have to be 183 days in Canada to buy a house. And also land development is now available for the mixed use. Foreign can buy it. Before it was prohibited. There is a threshold of a foreign control corporation is changed to 10% from 3%. So this is, and there is still a violation if somebody doesn't follow it. There's about $10,000 penalty for someone who's violating this law. And this is, I was talking to, I believe, this is where template is provided where you can see that buyer's checklist we need to have, share listing data sheet. So you tell us what you have to sell and we can help to market and send you a referral. Prepare estimate of closing costs is necessary because you need to have this information for the buyer to see when you're trying to sell a specific property. If you need to advertise, you always need a consent of the seller and also the cooperating broker or listing brokerage. We can advertise on our MLS system, which is the largest MLS system in the world. And my brokerage, we have two MLS systems, ITSO and TRREB. And also we always sign referral agreement and we do the fee arrangement. This is between the individually. And also we are responsible to do the due diligence because for my jurisdiction, if I'm making referral to a CIPS, I don't have to worry about it because they are licensed. But that is why, because we are part of a network, we are CIPS, and we also know each other. And this is make life very easy to make a referral. So this is a process. If somebody is buying a property in Canada or Ontario, they have to go through. You make a referral to me, I will do such market data and make an offer for the client. Then we do satisfy the conditional agreement, purchase and sale, appraisal, mortgage, inspection, whatever. Then APS is sent to a lawyer chosen by the client. And in law, in Canada, particularly in Ontario, all transactions are done by the lawyer. Lender financing is allowed for the foreign buyers in Canada, and therefore the lender will send funds to the buyer's lawyer. The lawyer will do the transfer the deed and register a mortgage charge. Secure title, insurance against title fraud. That's the problem that happens. So all lawyer will ask you to get a title insurance. So it's a very common. So this is again important things to remember for foreign buyers. Tips: we need to have an estimate closing cost, and non-residents and foreign buyer pay speculation tax of 25%. And there is a restriction on buying single unit for 2 years, ending, I believe, end of next year. And the lawyer will withhold the taxes, and you will share similar information about your jurisdiction, how your jurisdiction deal with the taxes, or when a foreign sells a property, who holds the money, who gives the money. Here, lawyer will hold the money of the seller until the CRA will give them a certification that tax has been paid. Always consult with a chartered CPA because it's accounting matter. We are not licensed to talk and give opinion. Therefore, we always ask them to use a chartered accountant. We have lots of them. Similarly, lawyer will provide you guidance and lawyer will do the closing. Foreign buyer can buy property and secure mortgage financing. And this is not about single house. It's talk about the multiple housing, high-rise building or other exception to the law. And buy real estate is not related to immigration. It is a separate process. So when you're buying in Canada, you can buy a property, commercial or whatever. but that immigration is not allowed. They're separate process. So I just created this, uploaded a program called Perception is Everything in Real Estate. So this is a video recording that I did last Thursday, and you can watch it. It's very good information about how we give, people assume consumer about how we behave, how we act, how we deal our business. So I think it's be something that you can watch on YouTube. So this is about me. You already have, I deal with residential and commercial. And again, thank you. Make sure you have joined Global Real Estate Professional Network. This is where we share information. And again, our next 29th Global Connectivity Conference will be Thursday, 27th July at 1 p.m. Thank you for watching. Thank you very much for watching. So hope this information was any useful to you. So if anyone, you can open your mic and then we're going to, if nobody has any question, we're going to start from Rory. He has some important information to share with us. Anyone has any question? Please open your mic now. Tony, you have any questions about Toronto market or anything that I share?
I'd love to meet a very good agent in Hawaii, somebody, and I can pass on the details.
So what I will suggest to you is that are you a member of our Global Real Estate Professional Network? On Facebook.
On Facebook. Not really active, but I can search for that. Yeah.
Yeah, please join it and share information. Post there, and I will also share with you. You can become a friend. If you're my friend, I am removing lots of old friends which we don't communicate. I'm bringing CPS friends, so then I can automatically put you in all the network. Okay.
So it's CPIS Global.
It's called Global
Facebook.
Real Estate Professional Network. It's a private network.
It's a private. Okay.
Because we don't want anybody who is not CIPS to join. Okay. So
Okay,
since you don't have any questions, let me see. There's a comment here. Something. Let's see what.
Sorry, can you just repeat the name of the Facebook group?
Global Real Estate Professional Network. I'm going to write it down here. Okay. Global Real Estate Professional, a private network on. Okay, what's happening is that we are a member of CIPS NOR group, but these are active. They're really doing action. They're talking to each other. They are discussing projects. We are not about really on tours or things like that. We are about a project that we have an expertise, we have a listing. If you have, all of you have any listing that you want to put on my MLS system, I can help you to do that. And this is where you are able to, I can promote your listing here and make refer to you. I cannot sell your property because my jurisdiction is Ontario. And this is why I'm talking to a few friends and we are sending listing to everyone. So I'm going to start with Rory. You want to do a presentation, so let me share the screen for you.
I think I have it. Oh, disabled.
Okay, can you see if you are able to do that?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead, please.
Okay, you can see the screen?
Yes, beautiful.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So this is the area that I cover. What you see in pink is 5 of the 6 counties. It's mostly where our association covers and my company covers, from Nassau down to Clay and St. John's. And of course, the largest area is Duval County. Sometimes we go into Baker, you see over there up on the Panhandle too, right next to Duval, but it's a very small rural county. So it's mostly the pink area. Major cities are St. Augustine, Orange Park, Jacksonville, Fernandina, and Amelia.
That's nice.
So what I want to show to you, let's see if I can move this here. So that's just a picture of Jacksonville downtown during the day and at night.
Wow,
And now I'm going to show you the market stats.
beautiful.
So this was up through last month. We don't have the final stats in for June. You can see that our median sales price is extremely affordable. I'm sure Tahir, you saw the numbers from Canada. Jacksonville is very investor heavy. I work with a lot of investors. It's a fairly industrial city. Major companies that have large establishments in Jacksonville is Amazon, has hundreds of thousands of square feet of warehouse space and distribution centers to the whole southeastern United States from Jacksonville. CSX Railroads is largely based in Jacksonville. And I think we have either the first or second largest Deutsche Bank in the country as well as in Jacksonville. So those are three of the big ones, but we have hundreds and hundreds of companies that have located in Jacksonville. Geographically, as far as highways, we are at the juncture of I-95 and I-10. So that's very helpful too. We have a strong trucking industry, large railroad, a world-class port. It's one of the largest ports in all of Florida. So we do a lot of port traffic and a very well-developed highway system. So if you're looking at the May stats, on this chart, you can see the change on the first column after the pricing is the change from a year ago. So that's showing you the year trend lines, and you can see that graphically in the next column. The last column is the change from the month before. So that's the month over month change from April to May. Yeah. So you can see it's a little different than what Tahir showed you. Florida and especially Jacksonville, prices have been going up. We were always fairly low priced, but I could tell you if you went back maybe 6 months ago, our median sales price was a little bit higher. I mean, I'm sorry, it was a little bit lower. It's closer to 340, 350. Now it's coming up very close to 400. And we have the whole range. We have houses you could still buy extremely small and not great areas for like 100,000, but we have multi-million-dollar houses at the beach, along the riverfront, et cetera. So volume's very strong. We did in those this is that 6-county area, 2,000 sales, a little bit more last month. Our days on market is a little over a month. That's been increasing up. If you went back 6 months ago when everybody had crazy strong markets before the interest rates started going up a little bit, our median days on market were as low as 12 for a while. But this is a little more stable. There is more negotiating on list price. If you would have looked at this, say 5-6 months ago, people were receiving over list price on average, like 102, 103, 105%. Now it's back to almost close to list price. You see 97.5%, with still 16% of all the volume still over list price. So there is still some multiple offers. It is still very much a seller's market in our area as well, even though it's starting to stabilize. Price per square foot, that's something that we should be looking at as well in our data. In our areas, around 210 price per square foot on average. You could see the trend line from last month. That's up 3.5% just in 1 month. Yes.
Question. The average price the per square foot, does this include the land or just the construction?
That's price per square foot residential homes, so or condos or townhouses, but it's residential. So it's not the land, it's the price per square foot for the building.
Okay. That's what I want, just for clarity.
Yeah. So pending sales, houses under contract are up 2% from May. June is a very busy month for us because, as you may be aware, in Florida, the school children are off of school and colleges mostly June, July, August. So we have a very robust summer sales cycle. June and July are usually extremely good months. After mid to late August, it starts tapering off a little bit. So we have different highs and lows. Our other strong season is the latter half of January and pretty much all of February and March. Starts going down a little bit, picks back up again in June. So you're seeing that trend line here in May from April. 3,000 new listings. Again, we're just talking this 6-county area. And those new listings went up from just April to May by 8%. So you can see it's very strong climb. About 4,500 houses in our active inventory right now, and that's 4% higher than the month before. Month supply of inventory is 2.2. So that's down. That was pretty stable. I could tell you, and I'm sure it's similar around the country, but a healthy, balanced market is about 5 or 6 months of inventory. 2.2 is still short inventory, still a seller's market. And that actually went down 7% from the month before in April, but it is much higher than last year. A year ago, you couldn't keep inventory on the market. The month's supply of inventory had gotten down 2 weeks of inventory rather than months. If you looked at this, say last May. So it's a little shorter than THUR, but I just wanted to give you some stats. Again, this is for 6 counties. This region has roughly 1.5 million people, and it's growing very fast. It's one of the fastest growing areas of Florida. Florida, as you may know, is the 3rd largest populated state. Now we passed New York, partly because a lot of people from New York are moving to Florida. So I could take questions as well, but that's a little bit of an overview of what's happening in the Northeast Florida area.
I will have only one question. Is that for foreign buyers, not necessarily everybody want to move in. What is the rental market? If somebody invests that kind of money, what is the return on investment on those, or can they self-carry? And how much they have to put down to self-carry a property?
So for the investor market, most of the time they're trying to get like at least 15% down because it's not secured by traditional mortgage, especially if it's privately financed. I will tell you also that in the investor market, and most of the investor market is purchasing for rent. We do have people starting to flip again, buy it and then fix it up and then sell it, or do something added value to then remarket it at a higher profit. But I would say 80–90% or more of the investor market is to purchase for rentals. Our rental inventory is very low as well. So we are low on sale properties and low on rental properties. They're building them as fast as they can. Very, very robust builders market. They're building as many rentals as they are building houses for sale. Most of the growth in our area is in the St. Johns County area, which is the southern part of my region. Although our area still has a lot of land, there is still a lot of room to grow. And the expected population increase is still very high. The most sought after investment property in our area, and probably the lowest inventory, is small multifamily. So duplex, triplex, quadruplex. Naturally, being on the coast of Florida and being in a large populated area, we have a strong condo area. We have a growing retirement area where we weren't traditionally as big a retirement community, but you're starting to see more and more 55 plus communities in our area, and townhomes as well. And the apartment buildings are going up, but they're renting as fast as they go up.
Fantastic. Rory, this is an amazing presentation. And this is what I expect all our friends who are attending to create a one-pager and then explain that, because it has educated us what are the potential and give you all the statistics a buyer will be needing it. So first is to educate ourselves first. Once we are educated, then we see where we can help. So Rory, I think when you have time next week, let's connect for a 10-minute video directly between you and me, talk about Jacksonville, and then we'll share on social media through my network, where I will be basically interviewing you about what we discussed today. Similarly, your area, And this is what I'm going to do with each one of you who has attended with me, and I have done that in the past. So we talk about it, Jacksonville. I cannot sell there. I can only make refer. I can only make refer to someone who actively participate and also educate me what's going on. And he's a legendary personality in our real estate profession. And I'm very proud, Rory Dubin, to be part of our network. Thank you, Rory. Appreciate
Thank
that.
you, Tahir.
So Tony, next time when you come in, you can come up with some information like that, maybe one page. All you have to do is to tell a story. Networking is all about telling our story. And this is building our bridges, building our family. We are a family of CIP Global Family. And we tell each other story. And when we connect with each other, we have a confidence and we always do business together. And it's not happen overnight. I have lots of things right now going on with various friends. And those are individual. You don't talk about it unless they want to introduce themselves. So Sarah, Jesse, Lisa, you want to share anything, please feel free to do that.
I don't have anything prepared, but I kind of agree with Ronnie. Market here in San Diego, we are short the inventory also. There is still sellers market because of the lack the inventory. Buyers still kind of waiting, you know, because interest also is go high right now. But I see the market is moving a little bit, you know, people who want to sell has to drop a little bit the price. So that's is buyers there waiting always. Yeah.
So please do. So now, Sarah, in our next meeting, I expect that you will create the one-page story.
Oh, okay, I will.
That will be wonderful because the more story we share about each other, the more we do business. Jessica, do you agree?
Yeah, I mean, San Francisco has like, compared to last year, we have like severe shortage of supply. Like the inventory is lower than it's ever been in San Francisco. And when it comes to the condo market, no one's like buying those because they only want single family homes, but there's such a small supply of single family homes that a lot of buyers are like not even wanting to really look in the market because there isn't a market, because no one's looking at the condos because no one wants a condo.
Yeah, that's okay. But the idea again is to prepare information to share with each other. Okay. So make sure you can join me on LinkedIn. I think we're all connected. If not, please look for me. I just crossed 16,400 today. So the followers, they're all professionals. And I am introducing few more professionals in our next episode next month. I had a little bit challenges because my wife is going through chemotherapy. So it's been a very tough time for the last 6 months for me to do certain things a certain way. But we will be I will be introducing more people to give you more skills and technical people coming in to educate all of you. So Lisa, you want to say anything?
I actually do have a presentation that I just presented at the Buzz conference, but it's quite lengthy on Jamaica, as you've already presented on Ontario, so I won't duplicate the efforts there, but I can always maybe be prepared, maybe dumb it down a little bit, my presentation to a one-pager, and provide that on the next go around.
Sure, absolutely, you're welcome. And I would like to say, unless anybody want to share anything, I think we are almost getting close to our time to schedule out and say goodbye. And again, goal is to connect with each other, build that rapport and relationship, and then tell each one. I want each one of you who are want to talk to me about your projects, your activity, your listing. You help me to help you to make a referral. more than happy to share with you. Anyone need any question, please contact with me. So I would like to take this opportunity to thank every one of you for joining this 28th conference. Our next one will be on last Thursday of each month at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So until then, I wish you all a wonderful and successful month of June and July. And we'll see you then. Take care. May God bless you all. God bless. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye for now.
Thank you. Bye-bye.